Hi. What's up? What up? I gotta go get my Red Bull. Sorry. I'm trying to be more prompt, but Dan had to have sex and, you know, all that shit. And so he took me off. Grandpa got up. He saw me, and then I couldn't say, hold on, Dan. I had to go take care of him, get him up, get his cereal going. It's been a morning. Anyway, hi. Let me go get my Red Bull, because it's not a morning unless I have my Red Bull. Give me a minute. Give me a... Oh, motherfucker. What the fuck is wrong? That's fucking Blue Kitty. That fucking cock-sucking motherfucker. I swear to God, you guys, I cannot. Oh my God. Hold on. Technical peeing difficulties, and that was the bitch. She just did that. Little cock. Little fucking bitch. Ugh. She pisses me off. This is how my morning's been. Non-stop. Just dealing with shit. Stupid shit. Actually, that's how my morning is all the time. What am I saying? Duh. But anyway, let me get this shit. God damn it, Blue Kitty. Ugh. Eat that cat. I swear, that's been my morning. But really, it's been my morning. Every morning. Nothing ever happens greatly. Hi, guys. Hi. What's up? What's up? I used to love that commercial. What's up? Caroline, I know. I got you. I got you, boo. Hi, Janet. How are ya? Hello from the Philippines. Red Bull gives me wings. I really need wings today. My crown cracked last night. My fake crack. It wasn't a fake crack, but it was a crack. All my temporary broke last night. So if I laugh and you see a hole, well, that's because my temporary crown broke. So they want me to go back. I was like, do I really have to go back? They're like, please, we need to keep it safe. Fuck my life. I hate sitting there and doing that shit. You like the light bulb? Can I tell you something? Dan called me a genius. I think Dan uttered those words to me last night. I woke up, I had pain radiating from my hip into my knee. Does that happen? Does that happen with everybody who has hip problems? Anyway, I couldn't fall back asleep, and he was saying I was a genius last night. It was 12:30 in the morning, Nate. Give me a break. So he called me a genius. He said, last night you were even though it was at my expense, you are a genius. You were fucking funny. You were fucking funny. He's like, I was like really amazed at how well you performed. He said that. I know I'm good, buddy. I know I'm good. That's how good I was. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then he was trying to get some at 12:30 in the morning, and I said, are you kidding me? I have pain in my hip. I guess he just realized, because he called me a genius. He said, you are funny. He said, you are funny. He goes, at my expense, but you were funny. You are funny. I need that. But I don't know. Vanessa, I mean, it was in the middle of the night, so he was elevated and stuff. Anyway, I just remembered that he said that. So yeah, it was weird. My knee was kind of achy. It was like jolts of pain. Yeah, jolts of pain. So they told me not to eat gummies. I know, Gil. I tried to eat on the other side, but I don't know what happened. Cha-cha, I'm not even gonna embrace that one, because I don't give a fuck what you say. Hi, Jackie. Anthony, every morning I try to be better, but I've been sleeping in. So I don't, And then I'm like, Anthony's gonna kill me. Anthony's gonna kill me. Anthony's gonna kill me. Anthony, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm trying, but it's just not working. I'm a sloth. Blame Lyrica. I was thinking you got the injury from making out with him. No, we're not that aggressive. He can't throw me on the bed anymore. I'm like, bruh, I'm too old for that. You'll throw out a hip, break a bone, I don't know. Sprain something. Yeah, so we're not gonna have a date night this week because our date night lady can't make it. So we're gonna have just Mary come today and tomorrow, just to still have just the, you know, like yesterday I ran into some incidences. Hi, Cindy. Because I was watching Ed, and Ed, of course, was gone for like 3 hours. Not really 3, but it felt like it. And I was trying to work on the sprinkler, and I needed to walk. It was really complicated. But the good thing is that the sprinkler, the view of Ed is perfect because I could go check on him. So those are the interesting. You had your permanent one? Oh my God. Yeah, great, Fran. That's just what you want to hear. So anyway, today will be a good day because then I don't have to worry and stress out and those things. So maybe I could go have a beer with Clint. Finally. He brought me a beer yesterday. Nice ice cold Corona if you saw. You broke your elbow. Oh God. In Italy, what a way to go down. What a way to go down. So not much going on today. Today's a member live. We have, I don't know, no presents from the neighbor yet. Kind of disappointed. Normally she leaves me stuff on my every other day, you know, especially with her garden being full. Hi, Susie Q. And I'm taking care of the chickens. So this weekend I've got chicken duty. So I'll get some eggs and stuff. So that'll be fun. I love the chicks, you guys. You guys know. I totally love going over there. I'll be able to pick some flowers, harvest the garden, my own. So I'm excited. I love the chicks. So last time she forgot to, they like treats. So bird seed is their treat, I guess. And they were out. And so she's like, I'm gonna go tomorrow and get bird seed for you. I said, please, because let me tell you. Hi Pat, how you feeling, girl? How's everybody feeling? What's your pain level? Right now, I'm gonna tell you, my IT band is on fire. So, my pain level, relatively speaking, with all joints, is about a 4. If it's a subjective, just calculation. Now, yesterday, doing things to get ready for a trip. Oh, that'll be fun, Carol. Yesterday, my wrists and my thumbs were on 10. They were at 10. And so I'm about a 4, but it'll be probably more like an 8 by the end of the day, right? Because it's just I push and push and push and push. So my IT band, I feel it. It's my hamstring. I think the reason why I had that nerve pain is because I've been doing squats. I've been doing those squats with the bands. And so I think that's why it's tight and it's giving me issues. No pain today, Carol, that's great. Reasonable pain level. I know, it's reasonable. I love reasonable pain. This is reasonable pain for me. I walked 6, oh Janet, my wrist, I struggled with that sprinkler because I couldn't get a grip on it. Hi, Eloise. So I had to call Clint. And he brought me a beer. It was great. Better than 5 yesterday. Pain sucks. But it does go up throughout the day. Not too fatigued. Oh, the fatigue. I'm sorry about that. You're going to rehab? What kind of rehab? Rehab means so much. I know. I needed his help because I couldn't. My wrist hurt so bad, Angela, that I couldn't turn it. And he struggled too. He came up with all his tools and stuff. Yeah, not his sprinkler guacs. Hi Kelly, no pain today for you, Pat. That is fucking amazing. I wouldn't know what it would be like to wake up with no pain. So I'm gonna stretch, I'm gonna roll my IT band today. I think it's super important because that shooting pain, it was like nerve because it wasn't constant. It was like I would just get ready to fall asleep again and then boom, it would hit me again. Hey party people, gotta do it. 64 years old. D-Lynn, that's great that you're still running that far. I can't anymore because my pain levels are so bad. Fibromyalgia, it sucks. It's an age. Okay, good, Michelle. I'm glad it helps. Worked outside on landscape, it got up and sore. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, Clint is like 76, 77. I think he's gonna be 77 or 78, 77. In August. Today's his birthday. I think today's his birthday. It's like today or tomorrow. Or the 9th. I can't remember. Shit. Anyway, I kept getting up and down. He's had 2 knee replacements, 2 hip replacements. He moves better than me. I get up and I'm like, oh, shit. He's like, what's going on with you? You're young. You're supposed to be spry. Yeah, well, no, not gonna happen. Hi, Phil. How's the painting? Hi, John. Have you tried Breeze drinks? No, what are they? I haven't tried anything that makes me happy. I'll try. Stressful and overheating about it. Oh, God. Not with the pain, Dago. Not with the pain. You know, that's the good thing is I have fans going, even with the AC on. Am I not on IG? Haven't gotten notification. Yes. So, Sherry, I do IG here and there. I'm on TikTok right now. So when TikTok goes down for me, I go on IG. So this is the best thing to do, to have me as a backup. You found it, you did it, good girl. So, hi Tony, how's it going? Hi my elves, how are you? Your girl was having a tough day yesterday. She was. I struggled yesterday. I struggled hard. But you know what, that's okay. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about CBD in them. Oh, like one of those. I might get back on my gum-gums. I might try them again. I'm gonna start slow, but I think I might try them again to see, because my pain's been so bad that I might slowly incorporate those back into my life. Because it's just horrible. And like I said, I don't want to drink and keep drinking and then eventually be up to 2 bottles. I don't think that could happen, but I mean, it could, right? So I'm trying to find some balance, and it's just not working in my life. Teresa, I bet. I know pain sucks. I know elves, gummies, wine, pool. I mean, you know all the things. You know you have to do all the things, and like the pain just started in my knee. And you know what they say is ibuprofen. So to keep the inflammation down. My PT was like, Danielle, ibuprofen is your friend. Listen to your body, and when you feel that pain, take your ibuprofen, because several days, a week on that will help simmer things down. And I don't listen, and I need to be better at that. So y'all listen to your body. I mean, I'm just preaching to you because I'm not a good listener, so I'm hoping somebody out there will listen and then get back to me and tell me to listen to you. You know what I mean? So hi morning. Hi Christina, good morning. So I'm not early today. I'm late as a bucket on a hot summer's day. It doesn't work for you. Hadi, bonjour, mon ami, comment ça va? Oh, you're late. Well, I'm late too, girl. Hi Anna. So let's talk about sadness. Jihad, where have you been? Bruh, I've been waiting for you, for your greetings, and you haven't greeted me. Beachman has stepped up to the plate. Hi, Beachy. I listened to the body and get it checked out, and that's what it is. I mean, we know there's nothing extremely wrong in my hip, so I bet a lot of it is muscular, skeletal, you know? And I can feel it, because I can feel my IT band like this. I missed you. Oh, Jihadi, I'm sorry. I don't like to miss you. I apologize. I know, elves. I get it, girl. Me too. But you got to do something, because nothing works. Stress. Get rid of stress. All right. How do you do that, please? Somebody tell me. Haven't figured that one out. So I had a Hi, what a day. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, hey. No, there's no arthritis in my hip. Zero. So it's very painful. I know, Joni. Don't I know it, girl? Shit. And that's what I told Clint. I said, fucker, you've had 2 hip replacements, 2 knee replacements, and you're bitching at my oohs and ahs. He's like, yeah, but you're 20 years younger than me. I know. Shit. Anyway, so let's talk about stress. Let's talk about stress, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all those things that fill our brains with the icky. Let's talk about stress. I lost my daughter 5 years ago this morning. I'm still so depressed. You will never get through it, story. That was your baby. It's just coping. You gotta cope. And you know what? She wouldn't want you to be this sad and depressed. It's been weighing you down for 5 years. The little time that I've known you, I can feel it. I know it. And you'll never get over it. It's your child. You grew her, you birthed her, you cared for her until her last words, her last breath. No, you just find ways to cope. And remember, she wouldn't want you living in that bubble, you know. I got bleeding ulcer. No anti-inflammatories. That sucks. Yes, Melissa, another cap. I wear caps in the morning. Let me show you why. Because who can run like this? Are you a runner, Melissa? Doesn't look like it. So this helps me keep my hair back, allows to catch the sweat and everything else. So hang tough, Melissa. Yeah, when you do what I do, come back and talk to me. Hunting wives, you did? Wow, how many times did you hit the bang bang? Yeah, Beachman hit the bang bang. On the frontier non-aliens. Oh shit, I hope it wasn't with Sally. Good morning, Adriana, how are you? Myra, I was late too. My son can't take anti-inflammatories either because he has kidney issues. And I don't know what I did. You know, Chantel, sometimes you just have to say fuck it. You know what? If they don't want to take the time to tell you why and how they offended you, you know what? Tell her to kiss your ass. So stress like that. I mean, just random stress, right? It's not just the stress of a loved one. You know, it's money problems. It's the world. It's relationship issues. It's, you know, whatever it is. Hi, Interlock Raven. That was a middle ground for me watching my daughter play soccer at UC Merced. We drove through that town all the time. Sometimes we even ate there. It takes a cure as we can. The spicy sells down. Oh, okay. We didn't watch it last night. Dan's friend came, and so he was passing through. The one whose mom just passed. So, all right, Judy, I see you, girl. And so he stopped by on the way back. They own a house in Tahoe, and so he had to go deal with some. Hi, Dad's got through. Oh, good girl. Good, you got my message. I was like, Amy, I knew he fell, but then I didn't see anything after that. How you doing? Man, if the shit hits the fan, it really hits the fan. We need to sage your property, your house, and everything over there. Tell your kids, Auntie Danielle says, to do a cleansing. We need a sage party over there. Fuck, shit. Poor, this girl, Amy, I have never seen so much stress in a 2-year period for this sweet lady. I know you're exhausted, girl, I can't imagine. Especially going through treatment. Oh, this girl. I mean, I'm telling you, she's been here 2 years, and it's been one thing after another. And not good things, either. The good things, I guess, hi, Australian lover. I guess the good things would be her family has stepped up a lot and is guiding her and helping her along the way. You know, if you see anything that's beautiful, it's the family stepping up to the plate when they're called upon or see that they need it. National news, Wackadoodle Wednesday last night. You made the national news? Get it, girl. Hi, Alyssa. I appreciate, I fucking love you. I fucking love you. A new job, good for you, congratulations. I hope I have a good day too. You know, I hope I have a good day. But, you know, back to the stress. Squirrel. Anyway, yesterday was a bad day for me. I was in my own little bubble, thinking, matriculating, plotting, trying to get things together in my head and making sense of things. Now, sometimes we get to some conclusions that we don't like. Sometimes we're still battling with those conclusions and don't have a way to fix them yet. And sometimes we walk away and we still can't have all of that noise silenced. And there was a lot of noise in my head yesterday. A lot of noise. And sometimes when we let all that fucking noise in, it's so hard to get rid of it. And it starts bringing you down, right? You start slumping around. You start questioning things. You start trying to figure out what motives are. You know, why? What? Who? Huh? What's happening? And I get it. I get in those moments too. And then everything bothers you, right? Comments, if you're on social media, which they win in those moments. And let me tell you, that pisses me off more than anything, is letting them win, right? Letting them win. But you know what? I'm human. I have emotions. Oh yeah, and your neighbors. Yes, and your neighbors. I forgot that. Sorry. Her sweet neighbors too. She told me about that. Oh, Coco, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'd rather be sleepy and have no pain. Trust me. So your friend struggled. You know, is she a little there today? I think she's a little bit better than she was yesterday. But you guys help me. And sometimes I lose my battle, right? After I get off these things. I start reading my comments on my videos, and they start infiltrating through my head. Now I know the love that's out there is so much more grand, right? I know. And let me tell you something. I was not well last night on the live, but I pulled it off. And I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it. Because my Zoomies knew my place that I was in. You know, my Zoomies knew. And I couldn't, I don't know. I don't know how I pulled it off. What happened? Should I approach her? I would. Just be like, hey, if I did something wrong to offend you, let me know. If you don't want to talk about it, fine. Come to me when you're ready. Leave it alone. Let it go. Hi, Daki. And I know it's going to be struggle for you because it is for everybody, but you got to let her go. Got to let it go because you can only control yourself. Yes, get the sage. So tell him Auntie Danielle says, buy some sage, babies. We're saging. Hi, Dasher. So in this line of work that I do, right? Meaning social media, because that's what pays me. It gets brutal, right? It gets brutal. And I typically have tough skin. But when I'm in my own issues, the love you have doesn't prevail itself, right? You just focus on the ugly and the people who just are wanting to take you down and hurt you to the core. And so that got to me. And I know I have love. You guys have been amazing. But when you're in your own head, you know, that shit fucks you up. And then that's all you hear. That's all the chatter in your head, you know? All the shit people say about me. And most of you can see it. And it's just so ugly. It just makes me think, what is wrong with this world? That they want to hurt a woman like me, who's just trying to take care of her life, herself, you know, and everybody around her, and do her job on social media to help make money for my family, try to make fun of relationships, make fun of myself, make fun of my husband, make people laugh. What is the problem? Why do people have that much hate in somebody? Why, Reddit, do you give so much time throughout the day to watch my lives, which sometimes are 2 hours or more, and then take the time to write and spin your ugliness, questioning me, telling people lies about me, Like, what in the world makes you so angry that you have to try to create an anti-Danielle site for your own good? They claim to spread awareness of the evilness that lies within. They started talking about my family yesterday. My family. And you know how I feel about my family. God, I hate it. I can't wait to find out these people. There's one on their plate professing to be a professor. You know, she uses me as examples for narcissistic behaviors and manic issues and episodes, which I don't care, you guys. Take me away. Bash me all you want. I don't give a fuck. But leave the circles of people who choose to be around me alone. There is no problem with drugs and alcohol. Come on, get over yourselves. There is no problems with my family wanting me to watch the kids. No problems whatsoever. I'm not narcissistic. I don't have manic depression. Not manic. I know what manic is. Please, just go on with your lives and find something that is happy. Stop creating this awful place for people to go to. And yes, I'm giving them advertising because it's so cruel. The things that they write is so bad. I mean, they take it up the notch. You know, I don't have my degree. I lied about that. They want proof. My neighbor's flowers that she sent me are fake. I staged that because carnations aren't prevalent at this time of year. Really? Who did? That page did? Hi, Poppy. Hi, Poppy. I mean, to go in and question everything that I do, the question is, why? Why?
Somebody went in to defend you, and then they were just as nasty to that person as you. It's just a nasty group of people. They just went in, you yell at her, "Don't get off our page!"
Oh, they're mad.
No one asked your opinion, you old, babe.
I guess people, there's more people, there's several more people who've gone in to defend me, and they're pissed.
They're nasty. I mean,
yeah.
As mean to those people.
Hi, Bona. They're nasty, so.
They got a warning.
I guess they got a warning. So keep it up, my silent. Yeah, I mean, they're threatening me. There's threats of calling APS, threats of calling the police on me because of the things I do to Grandpa. There's threats of taking me down. Well, what happened? Well, TikTok, YouTube is looking into it. I mean, those screenshots are there for proof for if anything were to happen with YouTube, of all the plotting that goes on. You know, it's just crazy. So anyway, I can't block Reddit, you guys. That's not my page. It's somebody who started it. That's their page. But apparently they got a warning. Yeah, accusations of me pushing it down.
Remember, there was a Reddit group that pushed that range girl, the fox girl, to kill herself. It was a fucking Reddit group.
It was a Reddit group?
And she took her own life. So I think Reddit's taking this shit more seriously now.
Did you hear that? Michaela Raines, she unalived herself because of her Reddit page on her. And she was a sweet thing. She wasn't spicy like me. She just was saving, what was she saving?
She foxes, you know.
Saving foxes.
In the fox community got all pissed off because for whatever reason and just mercilessly attacked her day after day on Reddit.
Julie, do I ever think about getting off of socials just for your mental health? No. Because I have such a great community here, Julie, that the positive, can I finish? That the positive outweighs the negative. I have such a wide support system here that it is, social media, weirdly, besides all this crazy evil shit, threats and all this shit, has been such a grace for me. It's been wonderful. Yeah, it's been wonderful.
By the way, you mentioned the live last night. I thought that was your best live ever.
I told him, I heard you when I woke up with pain in my leg. You told me I was genius.
It was fucking, the limp dick thing was genius. It was fucking genius. I almost busted out laughing when you first said it. I had to get up and walk away because
Oh, everybody thought you were pouting.
I thought that is fucking genius. And then we were able to run with it the whole time. It's a great topic. It's not too bad. I can do it, and it was beautiful. It was genius. It was just you're natural at that. You were a natural because I think you're kind of a bitchy person.
No, I would never get
So
off
it
the
comes
camera.
out easy.
I would never. I can just flow with it. That's why people are like, you should do stand-up comedy, and I'm like, I need interaction in order
I
to
need
go.
interaction, and that was so fucking funny.
So anyway, I gotta go pee, but that's the thing, is people don't realize that they push people, and that's where I was going with sadness on these apps, is that people don't realize they push people into unaliving themselves, extreme depression, because of their evilness. Yes.
Yeah, she was brilliant on the live. I mean, when you get on a live like that last night, you know, and there's
I wasn't in the mood either.
well, whatever. You typically do better when you're, and you know, there's usually, you know, with all the apps, there's close to like 2,000 people, and there's pressure to entertain. I mean, it's just there. It's natural. Anybody would feel it. And so I need, you know, something to go on. I'm not good alone. Very different alone. You've seen my lives alone are totally different. But with when we go together, you know, it's like I'm an actor playing myself. I'm playing Dan Salinger with a mixture of Larry David, who say the shit that you'd never say, you know, no filter. You go farther when you'd normally be reserved, go out, and that's kind of what I do. It's a real, you know, what would my real reaction be, and then kind of hyperbolize it. And she is, in her whatever way, nothing's planned, right? I always tell her, surprise me, you know, shock me.
The thing is when you go along with me, you don't always go along with me.
Well, it depends on what the reaction's going to be. I didn't. What? So I thought that was absolutely, I thought it was brilliant last night. I thought she was brilliant. And the grandpa thing, Jiminy Christmas. And I watched it. It wasn't even the same on the video, because I could see him clearly. The video, the only copy I have is on YouTube, and it's, you know, it's back, and you can't see. When I told him, you know, I'm your father, the smile, it was just unbelievable. It hit me. That's why I had to get off. But it's cyberbullying. So yeah, I mean, you know, I don't really harbor the kind of ill will Danielle does against those people. I know how it started, and I know I lump them all together, and I blame them all equally, including my wife, for the feud that they just can't stop. But you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point. At this point, it's ridiculous, right? You can't. You know, if you create a page just for tearing somebody down, and you know, you're going to run into Michaela Rain's situation. You know, I'm not worried so much about Danielle. She's stronger, but you know, how many other people out there that can take this onslaught of criticism day to day? It grates on people, right? And it's not right. You know, and I think Reddit, you know, they're going to start cracking down on that, because they're going to face lawsuits from, you know, from the Michaela Rain's people, and Michaela Rain's is just well known, right? It happens with smaller people as well. So I think they're going to start cracking down on it. We got to do better here, you know, and not fueling it or pushing it. But at some point, it's got to stop. But I will tell you, that's a separate issue. Last night was great. I enjoy her lives too. I find, you know, for someone with no training, you know, nothing, she gets up and she's pretty good, you know, not bad for just being natural and just being yourself.
Your cat's been pissing everywhere, so I just cleaned it up. Go. I gotta finish my run. Bye.
All right.
Anyway, no, you and I disagree on how things handle.
I know.
I also disagree in standing up for yourself and your rights as a human being. And when people attack you day and day out.
At this point, it's different. I'm saying at the beginning. At this point, it's gotten so far out of control.
Hey, the beginning's been done for a while. No.
From the beginning, it should have been nipped in the bud very early.
But
and
Reddit
nobody-
would not have stopped it. That's what you don't understand.
Whatever. I mean, everyone's blaming the other person, but it all
Anyway,
together,
okay, go away because you're
all
pissing me off.
together should have stopped.
I'm gonna take away sex.
So I can't speak my mind freely.
No, because I just hate how you don't take my feelings into account.
I know that's ridiculous. I mean, you don't listen. You just hear like one word. You don't hear the rest of it.
Yeah, and Sonia, it's the fake pages are the fake pages, but you know, to have like these hate pages up for people like that young girl who just couldn't tolerate the hatefulness anymore. And it's crushing. And what these people don't realize is they're doing the same thing. Their hope is probably to get me to do something crazy. The difference is that's not my mental state. I don't ever feel that inclination. I'm stronger than that, but it's still god awful and it gets in my head. And that's completely honest. And I'm not here to lie or blow sunshine up people's asses, but it's god awful when they continue to pick apart everything and twist it to their narratives to try to get people to hate me. And we lost a member. We lost a viewer to that. Margaret. She literally got sucked in, and that's what happens when you're not strong enough. And dish it out. They can't take it, no. They don't like it. So you guys got in my head yesterday when they were saying vicious things about me. And, you know, I ask for the information because I want documentation, right? I'm not on Reddit, but I ask for the important things, for proof, right? Just in case I need that stuff, right? Here's the thing, when you're not in a good space mentally, yes. And I've been under stress, right? So the stress that I've been under, you know what, beyond the emptiness, I hate that. I want to block everybody for saying that comment. If you put yourself out there in public, sadly this happens. It does happen. But we need to stop validating, well, you put yourself out there. Just because people put themselves out there, find a way to make money and support themselves and their families, we should be scrutinized and bullied and harassed. It doesn't mean anybody on these social medias deserves abuse. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. People need to take accountability for themselves and their behaviors. You know, they want to slap out names like I'm manic, narcissistic. What the fuck does that make them? What does that make them if they are watching my lives, picking me apart, taking out what they want to twist it to make me some psychopath? What does that make them? I ask you that question, all you guys on Reddit. What does that make you? I think a good look in the mirror will prove that everything you are throwing at me is yourself. That's the psychology behind it. So Professor Psychology, you have failed class or your degree. However, doubtful you have one. You lost somebody to that, I know. It's brutal and it gets in your head. Enjoy who you want to enjoy. Enjoy who you want to enjoy. Find the people who fulfill you in some ways and stop bullying. Because if they're doing that to me, they're doing it to their family. They're doing it to everybody that surrounds them, except the people who agree with them and are on the same journey of bashing and being mean. I don't go out looking for meanness, but I'm gonna give it if you're coming at me. So, you know, you can call me what you will, but at least I can show my face. At least my real name's up here. At least I'm not talking behind a screen with hate and ugliness. No. You want to be real, you want to be out there, put your name up there. You think you're just so grand and great, put your face on there. Own your shit. That's accountability, right? Accountability is showing your face and wanting to have a communication with somebody. But they won't. They'll push it back on me and tell me it's me, right? Of work, I'm seeing bits and pieces. Katie, I'm okay. I'm still alive, as Grandpa says. I'm still alive. Accountability. I take accountability every day by showing my face, sharing my life, sharing my vulnerability, giving my advice that I've learned from, or I'm still struggling to learn from. Where's yours? Where's yours? Cowards who get blocked, who get shut out, then they have to go and make up their own fake names or let Reddit do it and not show who they are. Cowards. Accountability. Show your face. Put your real name up there. You want accountability? Let's go. Come face to face with me. Let's see if you would change your bullying and harassment ways when you come face to face with me. Come on. Don't be a pussy. Do it. But of course they won't. But I'm the problem. Per usual. Gidget. Thank you, Gidget. Don't go on Reddit, Shelly. It's ugly. Hit a breakdown. They want me to break down, but I'm not, right? I never had that inclination to want to unalive myself. Ever. Do these bullies stop when that person they've been bullying and harassing have unalived themselves? Does that make them feel proud when the person leaves this earth because of their ways? Like, I don't know. Is that like a yes? You know, let's go to the next one. You know, I'm stronger than that. My dad did that, and he had that struggle for his whole life because he was actually manic. He was bipolar, right? He had manic phases, and I know because I started remembering conversations from a young child of him saying, well, if I'm not around. I believe his...
Update on the Reddit thing. It gave them, it said, this is a warning. You posts that are violating your harassment and violate our community guidelines. We're giving you an opportunity to delete now. So if they don't delete, I think Reddit's going to go in and ban a lot of those accounts.
So thank you for everybody who's gone in to report them, because I think it's finally working.
Reddit's not fucking around.
Reddit's not working. Good news of the day is it might be going down. So they just said, Dan said, they gave him an opt-out, delete it, or else we will. So thank you for all my warriors who went in there silently.
Wait till it's down.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, thank them for going in and defending me. Yeah, reporting and telling them that this is a bullying and harassment page.
So now you know that you have an effective means, so you get people to go in and report what they're saying. Reddit will look at it.
Yeah, Giselda said there's their cease and desist letter. I know, but Phil, it just gets to you after sometimes. And I've been low for a minute. I've been in a really downward slope for a couple weeks. Now, it's my own shit, right? It's my own. It's my pain. It's my worry about my pain. Now I know that it's whatever is going on. I don't know. It's just a lot of stress, health-wise, you know. And hormones. We can't forget about the fucking hormones that are going up and down every day because, you know, of my perimenopause. You know, am I going to bleed? Am I not? Am I PMSing? I don't know. What the fuck? Can something help me? Can you bleed or do something? I finally shit today. It was so much, I probably lost 5 pounds. Thank the Lord. And I have been constipated. I mean, I've been pooping tiny bits, but not like I needed to. Today was finally like, and it started coming and I couldn't hold it in. Yeah, how about that? It was ready. It was with a vengeance. So, you know, there's been a lot of things going. I got my x-ray results. There's no arthritis, no cancer. There's calcium buildup from blood clots, I guess, whatever that means. Some people have symptoms, some people don't. I think a lot of mine is now muscular. So, plus I'm dealing, the fibromyalgia and just everything else in life. And so I've been in a funk. I've been in a 2-week funk. You know, I prayed yesterday, and you know what I said? I prayed yesterday. I didn't pray because all this religious people are going to be like, I thought you didn't pray. I didn't pray in that way to God or anything else. I prayed that something would happen to just like people like going into my defense and getting this page taken down. I hoped my FBI, CIA, NBA, all those people would start clearing up all the connections. We had some of them. And I was hoping that I just wanted revenge, you know. I wanted them to go away. I wanted them to be caught. And I wanted them to just, you know, see how evil they are. And look, if this is happening, then I got my wish. Yeah. So it's bullying and it's harassment, 100%. And they don't realize that. They say I'm the bully because I defend myself. Come on, people. Get over yourselves. I know, Sonia, it's crazy. I have been in a funk. So sometimes it gets to you, right? It gets to you. When they start changing stories and start making different accusations, I don't care about I don't have to prove my BA to anybody. Yeah. I don't have to prove the flower thing. If they want to believe it's a setup, they can go fuck themselves. I don't care. But, you know, when they start mentioning my other family members and bring other people into it by name, that's when I get pissed off. Leave my people out of it. Attack me like a person and stop using their pawns that you can get more of a rise out of me. Stupid. And I'm the problem? Come on, people. So anyway, it drags you down sometimes. It drags you down. Oh. Really, Nate? Shit. Okay. Anyway, so my poop was great this morning. It's Lisa, it's horrible. And people die from it. People kill themselves just for that reason. I love the sport more. I do. But this family, I know. And it's hard because, you know I have so many of you and you guys are like, look, we love you. We're here. We're like here for gangbusters. But all you need is one bad seed to blow that up, right? And all you swim around is the negative and the ugly and all those people who are mean and bullies, because that's all they are. They're bullies and they're trying to get in my head, and they won yesterday. They won yesterday. Not because of them, but because of all the other shit, right? All the other shit that compiled, and then just hearing some other things and seeing things that just hurt my soul. And they hate. Yeah, well, I know it's hard, but it's just my mood. So I'm working towards kind of crawling back up out of the gutter and letting them win. But sometimes it's just really hard, and sometimes they do win. And I'm just telling you guys this. Oh, Lillian, I'm so happy. And if I'm making them feel important because they'll write about it today, then that's on them. But I'm being truthful. I'm not going to hide the way I feel because that's not me. I'm going to express it and talk about it because I think it's important. And I think every one of us who is listening today has been bullied or is being bullied today, whether it's by a spouse, a friend, or anything like that. And I think it's very important to talk about it. I don't give a shit if I'm giving them more, more attention, and they love it, and I'm sure they do. But why should I not express my feelings over something that's so prominent and involves some of you? I just don't want to be silenced. And that's what's crazy. And they just want me to be silent. I'm not going to be silent. Bullies have that power. I'm taking back my power by talking about it, and that's how I believe. When you stay quiet, yeah, maybe they don't but they're still going to go on because they're still watching my feeds. They're still picking apart everything, and because they're using all my information that I share with you to choose what they want to make a big deal out of. I'm not, Dan, don't talk about it, No. Because I tell my people it's important to talk about the shit. I'm not going to be silenced. If it gives them, and if people leave because they believe in their bullshit, guess what? Then we didn't want those people here in the first place. If they get swayed by the bullshit that they are talking about, I don't want those people in my lives. Period. So if it gets rid of the ugly, let them go. Adi motherfucking os. You know what I mean? There are battles in your war imposed upon you. Some days you need a break, but then when they involve my family, and they know that, they go for the low blow because they want the attention. Well, I'm going to give it to you. Maybe one of these days you'll realize what an ass you are. And would your family like that? Would your kids be proud of you? Because I know you're all old as fuck. Shit. Anyway. Susan Allen, you're on the wrong feed, baby girl. This feed is not about him, nor has it ever been. It's been sometimes him, but in the morning time, if you've been here for the last couple months, when I started Facebook, no, Ed's never on in the morning time, girl. So see your way out. Thank you, girl. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. So no, I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to be real about my feelings. And I'm going to let them know they won yesterday, but they ain't winning today. And talking about it doesn't mean they won. Talking about it is important to break free from the stress and the anguish and the sadness that people are so god-awful. You know, everybody copes with their issues in different ways. I talk about my issues. I talk about them because I think it's important, because it's going to help somebody today or tomorrow or in the future. Period. And I'm not going to be silenced because they're idiots. I'm going to talk about their idiocy. And I'm going to tell them once again, you want to stand up to the plate, put your real name on there and put your face, let's go. But until then, you are nothing. And you are the problem. Anyway, period. Yeah, watch Susan. I hate these people. I thought this was about Ed. Our pages have never been about Ed. Dan's is about Ed. Dan's is pretty much about him, sometimes politics, and his poems. Mine is about me and my journey, whether I include Ed or not. Stop being so ugly, Susan, and find a better way to communicate. There you have it. I think, and it's funny because, Beachman, I agree. Because I think every day that I stand up here, and I face the cowards who won't face me with their faces, I'm winning. Every day I stand up here and I talk about the bullshit they do to me, the bullying and the harassment, I'm winning. That's the way I perceive it. I'm winning because I can still face it, and they ain't facing shit. I'm here, I'm winning. You're not. Remember that. Anyway, every day is a victory that I show my face. Every day is a victory, I bring them up. Every day is showing them how these this is what harassers do and bullies. They want you to shut down. They roar like lions once you stop and be still, like a bear coming upon you, and you drop, stop, and roll. That's what they want me to do. Fuck that. You may get in my head some days, but I'm up here every day talking about how worthless and mean you guys are. And the real truth is behind it is that people don't like ugly. And your day's coming. Eventually. Period. Anyway, they watch. Charles, they watch every fucking day. Because every day when I'm talking, they're writing. Yeah. Love you, Ramsey. 3 days to make you a PD card. I think it's Clint's birthday today. Fuck, I didn't even remember. Make me sad to see Margaret on Reddit talking shit with them. Yes. They're sucking up because she conformed to their views and opinions. And if you don't conform to their views, and that's what I said, Drake, I don't give a fuck. Dan's like, you're giving them more attention. Well, the real people will go in and see the shit that they're full of, and the fake fucking phonies who are insecure and are teetering go there and stay. And I don't want that shit here. So go. All you haters of Danielle, that's the place to be. Because the minute you're blocked, there's a good place to flash on me. Hey, that round. Yeah. Hi, Ashley. We wrote that we sow. Yes, I do too. And I believe their day's coming. Yeah. Whether it's us finding out who they are and blasting them on social media. Because the minute I find out and make all the connections, they're done. Yeah, they're done. They're done. Anyway, so happy Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Every day's a thirsty day for me lately. But hey, what? Why not? YOLO. Life is short. I'm going to enjoy it. If it's booze, if it's sun, if it's in the water floating, if it's bashing the ugly of the world, if it's helping my neighbors, I got to go over there and have a beer with him because he wanted me to come over and have a beer with him yesterday, but Dan left again and then went to help Aaron. God forbid he figures anything out on his own. Anyway, so I couldn't go have my beer, and by then it was a lifetime. So I needed to, I needed to breathe and try to. I didn't think I was going to do that live last night. I was like, the zoomies are like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. It might not be good. It was great, but I was spicy as fuck. But that's okay. I can't even drink a Red Buller. I can't without criticism. Look at this. My crown fell off. How about this? Look at that. I got a hole in my mouth. I got a rass tooth in my mouth. Check that out. Look at that. Ugh, it's brown and shit. Oh, God, she's so unput together. That missing tooth, just like her fucking messy hair. Let's go. Let's do it. Hey, but my ass is running every day. Whether I drink 5 bottles of wine or not, whether I take my pills that you all say, my ass is still up running 4 to 5 miles, walking and running, and doing weights, and doing yard work. I can't say the same for them because they sit on Reddit all day. Do they even have jobs? Do they even get up and move? Yep, no, probably not. I was funny last night. I really was. Yeah. I knew I was. God, I was spicy. I didn't know if I could pull it off. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you need to do, well, yeah. I wish I could. I love it, Slakey. And I'm glad. I love you too. And I love everybody who's been here and who's just coming on board. And I think this is a great community. I really do. And I just try to keep it real and try to tell you to stand up for your fucking self. Period. Whether your husband likes it, whether he doesn't, stand up for your fucking selves. Don't let the fucking assholes of the world rule you and take away your power. That's bullshit. 8-year-old grandson, I love it, Angela, though. That's okay. That's okay, honey. So, hi, Crystal. You know it, girl. Did you get your sprinkler fist? I sure did, Catherine. I posted a video. It was a hard one. Hi, Sherry. Many times, if I'm... No. You guys, I'm a beast. You know, and I think that's why Dan leaves me alone so much, is because he knows I'm a beast. I could be crying and still working on a sprinkler. You know, I mean, here's the thing. They were in my head, but it didn't stop me from doing the shit I needed to do. You know? I mean, I still fixed my sprinkler. There were no tears yesterday, I can tell you that, as I'm not crying over that shit. But I fixed it. I still move. I'm still grooving. Their fat asses are still just sitting behind a keyboard thinking they're tough. Oh, Carla, I love it. Hey, don't forget, speaking of healthy minds, don't forget we still have that book for sale. There is 3 million people between me and Dan. Y'all should have bought more books than 1,000. Amazon, Danielle Salinger, there you have it. There's also a workbook available. There's also another more in-depth, if you like to work on your mental health, shit, the second one's gonna blow your cover, man. This is gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be really digging deep in the trenches. Christy's birthday is coming up. Christy, did I miss your birthday? Shit, I got like all these birthdays up here. Too bad your fibrosis doesn't accept your lips. I don't really know what that means, Rhonda, but I can almost guarantee you're being ugly, per usual, coming from a woman. Yeah. Thank you, user. I don't know who you are. Did you find out what's wrong with your hip? Nothing. Calcium buildup. Yeah. Angela, how exciting. I love when babies are born. You know, it's such a like blessing and a curse. You know what I mean? It's such a blessing and a curse because, you know, they're so beautiful and it's so wonderful to see life come into the world. And then you're like, fuck, they're coming into this shit. So anyway, I don't know. But I love beauty. I love the birth. I mean, births make me cry every time. When there's a new baby coming out of their mommy, God, it's so beautiful. Does everybody else cry? I do. I'm at such a, it doesn't matter. Even on TikTok, strangers, I think birth is a beautiful thing. I think it's God, just one of the most beautiful things you could ever witness is the birth of a child. God, it's beautiful. Oh, Deborah, I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. And anyway, hi everybody I missed. I'm sorry. Watching someone trying to hold on to their sanity is exhausting, coming from another female. Heidi, God, stop projecting yourself, baby girl. Look in the mirror. It's just so sad that women just continuously attack other women. Girl, that's projection of yourself. And that's okay that you're trying to hold on to your sanity. We all do at times. We all do at times. So you're speaking from your truth. Thank you so much. At least I'm up here with a face, not hiding behind a keyboard feeling powerful with the ugliness. How's that feel? I always cry. I'm not even a mom yet. It's a natural reaction. Girl, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. It's so funny. They're coming at me like it's so crazy. It's like what I throw back at them is so true to themselves that they can't even see it. They just sit there in silence and probably think, "Fuck, she's right." Well, they should anyway. Hi Nadia, how are you? Hi Icy, bye Icy, love you. Be careful with those pipes. My niece just had. I didn't know I was pregnant, baby, 3 days ago. Girl, don't get me. Tomorrow's Clint's birthday. Okay, thank you. I knew it was coming up. Somebody remind me Lisa Ramsey's birthday on the 11th because she'll kick my ass if I forget that. Fuck. And I think Christy's is like, I think I miss Christy's birthday. Christy Lyons, where are you at, girl? Fuck. You all don't hate me because I miss your birthdays. Nicole, don't get me started on that shit. I don't understand the women who say, "Oh, I didn't know. What's wrong? I'm having a bad stomach ache." Plop. I don't believe that shit. Like, is that possible? It happens. People swear by it, but I don't. I gained 5,000 pounds. My ass was bigger than my belly. I carried more in my back. But I would be like, "Oh, I'm not pregnant." I mean, what? I don't know. God, get out of here. When is son's birthday? The 17th. Hi, Vogel. How you feeling? Hi, Tara. Oh, Catherine, thank you. That chat last night, I don't know if anybody saw it, but if you saw that live with Grandpa, I mean, if it didn't provoke tears, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with you. Because that was just a beautiful moment. Man, and when Dan starts crying, I'm like, "Are you crying?" I'm not in the mood to cry right now. Don't stop your whining. Bye, Guax. Love you. So, and then the ugliness that comes in, and God, it breaks my heart. It just hurts me. And I attacked her, and I was wrong for attacking her because I let her get to me. But damn, how people have the audacity to come in at a moment. My laugh wasn't a laugh like, "Oh, idiots." My laugh was a laugh of like, "Oh, this is so cute." And I'm getting attacked still during a moment of beauty. What is wrong with people? I mean, this is just the shit I have to battle every day. Not only that, I have to battle my husband and all the shit he throws my way. You think I throw it? You should see him throughout the day. Here's the thing: people assume this is the assumption, plain and simple. Because I put it out there, right? I'm the one putting all that shit out there, right? So it's out there, and you see me doing it, so everybody's like, "Oh, Dan's so perfect, Dan's so great, ha ha ha, he's the best husband ever." Well, don't you think for 1 minute he doesn't do it throughout the day? He just chooses to show different content than I do. He just gets to show different content than I do. He doesn't choose to bash me on social media. If he did, I wouldn't give a shit. Because I'm secure in our relationship to know that we're having fun. We're coping with each other's issues we have and our frustrations we have with each other. There's nothing more than that. We love each other. Are we in love? Probably not, but we were. I don't think in love is something you carry on later in all these years in marriage. But
I wanted to say that, but I was afraid. But I think there are times that you can recapture that or feel it at certain times. You just don't walk around with it 24 hours a day. But there are times. But you know what's really freaking interesting about this Reddit?
Hold on really quick. That was a fake post.
What was a fake post?
The warning.
Well,
hold on really quick. Hold on. Who wanted my Penny? Do you have a pen? Let me know if you have a pen, and I'll give you my P.O. box number.
This is the funny thing about the Reddit is, you talk for a couple minutes about suing the CIA and FBI and all your, you go off for 5 minutes on some funny tangent, and there's 3 pages of the back and forth. Is it true? Is it not? They are so obsessed that you just say some bullshit, and it creates hours and hours of this discussion about some, completely made up thing on Reddit. It's really ridiculous.
That's why I hype most of the shit up, because I know it's going to be there in 2 seconds. It's funny.
It's just
They're like
remarkable.
they're little pawns that feed into my bullshit.
You're spending all that time talking about something she said on a whim, just made up on the spot. And you get 20 minutes, 200 pages of
days. You get days of commentary on it. Days. Penny, you should probably have my...
And what were you...
Okay, 9328 Elk Grove Boulevard. 9328 Elk Grove Boulevard. ELKGROVE. Elk Grove Boulevard. STE 105. Mailbox 306. Elk Grove, California, 95624. No, Jay, nothing good comes out of that. 9328 Elk Grove Boulevard. Thank you, Chels. Chels wrote it for you.
It is quite entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but it's just sometimes they get really bad. Hi, Warren, how are you? That's crazy.
There's Blue Kitty. Hi, Blue Kitty.
Yeah, it's absurd. I think we found out that wasn't a real thing.
Here's my Blue
Hi,
Kitty.
Janice, how are you? Too
Hi,
bad it
Blue
wasn't,
Kitty.
but somebody did that.
That's my kitty. That's funny. Someone did that?
Somebody did that, yeah. I don't know if it was one of them trying to pretend like they're getting, or if it was somebody else who put it up there.
Well, if it was, that's hilarious.
Well, they are stupid. Half of them probably didn't graduate, but they're questioning if Danny actually has a college education. Yes, can you clear up that you also did not pay for my college education? My mom did. They think you paid for it, and they want to see proof because nobody has seen proof of my college degree. I didn't know we were supposed to show that.
I will tell you that I was at the graduation with weren't your grandparents
My grandparents were there.
Did your
My
dad
mom,
come?
My dad did not come. Remember, because he got a ticket.
Oh, and he had a ticket in California.
Yeah,
that
a
bullshit
carpool ticket,
excuse.
and
yeah.
he wouldn't come.
I have a ticket that I never paid in California,
the
so
warrant-
I can't come out there. I might get arrested.
The warrant
but
was
she
out.
graduated in child development, right?
Yeah, and I wasn't gonna walk, but my mom wanted me to walk, and I was pissed because I was the first grandchild to graduate. So my grandparents came out, and that's when we went to Reno.
That was the worst night of my entire life. Never, ever stay in a hotel room with her grandfather.
Well, he didn't.
I mean,
Well, you don't have to. He's dead, but he had his stomach removed from cancer, so his intestines there was no stomach. So every time he ate, it just went right through him. And we stayed with them for some reason because we were broke. We didn't have any money, and so we stayed with my grandma, and my grandpa. And Dan all night was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I only got up and just we were at a casino. We were at the Pepper Mill. I remember where it was, and I just thought it's like, I'm gonna get up. I can't sleep here. I can't breathe here.
Thanks, Penny.
I'm getting up and I walk out, just stayed up all night because not only was stuff coming out the back end that you could smell, but it wasn't a snore. I can't aptly characterize what he did as snoring. It was more like a Mack truck starting up in the room every 30 seconds. I just spit my nicotine out. On. I mean, it was nonstop.
I thought it was.
It's like, how can a man hold so much gas?
I thought it was a tooth.
No, it wasn't a tooth.
I thought he lost a tooth. Oh,
All night,
shit.
and then I think we were scheduled to stay with the second night, and we got to get our own room.
I think we paid for another room. Dan
I
was
don't
like,
care.
I
I'll
can't
go
do it
take a
again.
loan out. I'll go walk the streets. I'll go do a trick in Reno, just to get some money to buy a room, so I don't have to sleep.
And fucking Ed, I remember just Ed. We were all I don't know where you were, but I remember being around my grandma, and she played the dollar slots, and she loved them. And Grandpa just kind of did his thing, and I didn't. I had whatever money my mom gave me, and my grandma gave me. She was always winning. She never lost ever, right? And so I remember Ed coming around, and she was like, "Get away, you bring me that back."
Her
Go
grandmother
away.
did not like
Did
Ed.
not like Ed, and so.
Her grandfather didn't mind him.
No, my grandfather put up with him. My grandfather didn't like Ed either. Trust me. The things he would say to me, oh, that man.
Your grandma, she was wicked, man. She did not, and she was somebody who did not hold back.
My grandma
Most
didn't.
everybody in her family, because of the age difference, right? I mean, they were not real thrilled with it, but most people in her family just, were polite. Not grandma, man.
No, grandma would tell him to leave.
She'd go, what?
I remember one time we were sitting, and I was already there by plane, but my mom and Ed drove their motorhome, and every summer that's how they would end their trip, is coming through Nashville to visit for a couple weeks with the family at Nashville, Tennessee, where I was born. Anyway, and so I remember sitting upstairs, because it was like they had the basement and then the main floor, and I remember sitting upstairs and Ed was eating, and my grandma was preparing dinner. You know, she was getting it, you know, prepping it, and she looked at him and she said, "Go, take your food and go." And Ed's, you know, food like he does today.
Same thing.
Food all
That's
over his
why-
mouth,
why don't people eat
talking,
them?
talking when spitting, and she's prepping dinner, and he's trying to talk and have conversations. She says, "Pick your food up and go. Go!" And he was like, "All right, Sarah. All right, whatever you want me to do. Shit's fine. Grandma's like this." And I'm going, "Oh my God." Ugh. He walked away. I don't know how she does it. I said, "We don't." Very well.
I didn't see any of this until much later when I finally went out to meet her family, and then we stopped after meeting her dad's family on the East Coast. We came back so I could meet her mom's family in Nashville, and then Ed showed, and I got to see them interact. And my God, she did not like the man.
No, she did not like
She
me.
liked me.
She did. She liked you, but she did not like Ed. Ed wasn't very well liked. He's still, you know, I mean, now he's sweeter. If he was like this, without the dementia, but his personality, he would have been well loved. Put it that way. He would have been well loved. My daughter's getting the master's in psychology. I didn't go further. I went and started my credential. I told everybody about that yesterday, and he got pissed because he didn't want me to do private, and I ended up not going because I got a job as a director at a daycare center, and he was like, "I'm not paying for that fucking loan. You fucking," it was 10.5. I remember 10.5.
Yeah, and I paid for it.
I paid for it.
What do you mean you paid for it? You had no money at that point.
I was working as a director.
I paid the fucking loan off.
I paid it because we had
You
separate
didn't.
money.
You could not write a $10,000 check.
We didn't
I'm
write
sorry.
a $10,000. I paid for it a month late.
She took my money and paid it all off.
Jesus
She
Christ.
paid it off in one shot, and I
Here
thought,
we
there
go.
goes 10 grand.
No,
I told her, I
didn't
knew
pay
it.
it off in one
10
shot.
grand gone.
No, we
But we
didn't.
paid our fucking loans back, not like half the other fucking people that never pay their loans back. I paid my 50 or 70 back.
Oh,
She paid her 10.
speaking of, you know what was really cool?
What?
When I was going through looking for that stuff in your shed,
Yeah.
I saw a couple of your first cases. Crovo was there.
Oh,
The file, I saw that, and I was like, "Oh my God, that was the man who allowed him to pay off his student loan."
yeah. I sold
mean,
a building long before I partnered. He owned a building in San Francisco, and I was his attorney on a sale, and so I was able to get a commission. My first real, I think it was $30,000.
And I'm the one who met him, right? Wasn't I the one who met him?
He gave us his tickets to go to.
Yes, but I think
I can talk about it. He's dead, so I can talk about it.
I think I met him in the
long dead. I mean, he was like 90.
I think I met
30
him
years
in a
ago.
donut shop, and I said, "Hey, my husband's an attorney." I gave him his information, and he called him. So you know,
He was like my first rich client.
Rich, and that was
He gave us those Vegas tickets. We went to the.
That's
Luxor.
how Dan paid off his student loan after that payment.
That wasn't that. That was only 30-something grand, but. That
Yeah,
was my
you're lucky.
first taste of any kind of money of any kind.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Go from having hundreds of dollars in your bank account to having some thousands was a big difference, a big giant
and
difference.
for your first case, it makes it.
It was
like,
I had a shingle out, man. It was
Yeah.
rough. I had no help. You were working at that point. That's how we had insurance because I couldn't afford insurance. You were working at the daycare center.
I was.
And Mr. Crovo, he was a huge
Crovo.
star, and he went on to. There were a lot of different cases with him. He had a really interesting.
He called Dan. Yeah, you called Dan for most of them. Hi, Rosie. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's you know, people think they know, you know, the dynamics of the family and all that stuff, and you don't really know unless I tell them or he tells them, you know, about Ed and the eating, and he's never eaten politely. And he's always exactly how he eats today. Is
Except slower. He eats a lot slower today. He used to power through his food. He'd be, shoveling it in while he's talking.
Yeah.
He ate and he walked a lot. I mean, he was an active man, so he consumed a lot of calories.
Always all over his face, spitting as you're talking.
Sometimes he had a beard, but
Yeah. Oh God, it was horrible.
well, that was just my dad.
I never ate with him. I couldn't do it.
No, you couldn't. His stuff.
And my mom would get so mad. Danielle.
And today, that remains, right? Not that he eats as bad. Now it's different. Now you get coughing, but the same phobia, misophobia or whatever we've been talking about for 4 years. That's where it comes from.
Miami, he's out. He's hanging around. Memes. So yeah, one of my followers, Nana Banana, sometimes your grandma chokes. It's very scary. That is scary. Okay, let me read. I'm a motherfucker. I ordered another pack of cards, by the way.
I should smile more. Smile.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Look at your face. Look at.
I'm not at all miffed at anything.
I
If there's anything on my face, it's just my fucking face.
But you have to realize, like,
I don't like your face.
No,
I don't like your resting face.
You don't have to be defensive.
You are getting me defensive because I feel good. I'm happy, and you're saying, look at your face.
But people are saying,
look at
smile
your
more.
face.
Because you look angry, you know?
Hi, everybody.
Oh.
My name's Dan.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
I like this one. You guys got to read this to your family. I am a motherfucking queen, and I deserve to be treated with respect. Did you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a motherfucking queen.
You're a motherfucking queen.
Without spitting.
You're a motherfucking queen.
Anyway.
I'm smiling.
Now you're weird. Go away. I'm a motherfucking queen, and I deserve to be respected. You guys tell all your people today, your husbands, your wives, whatever. And even you husbands could say, I'm a motherfucking king. I deserve to be treated with respect. But you better give respect in order to get it.
I'm getting clammy out here. This because it's like we're in
clammy.
a fucking sauna right
That's
here.
why you were clammy.
Because we're in a garage.
Remember, I
used
used the word clammy, and he was all pissed off. I was fucking clammy.
Well, clammy's not a good word to use.
You were clammy. Your whole body was wet and just moist and sticky.
I'm sticky. I mean,
well, we already had sex, so we don't have to do it anymore. We're good. Checked it off for the day. Check.
It's not a check off.
You try. I mean, one time you should be pleased, right? You should just be like, I got it once. Most men on here will probably be like, yes, if I get it one time, I'm in heaven. And they probably don't push the boundaries of trying to get it more. But you're like, come on, baby. I'm just getting up and getting started. Let's do it. 12:30 at night when I'm up with hip pain, he's like, oh, I see you're up. Starts tickling areas. And I'm like, really? I'm in pain. But let's think about you. Oh, it's just about us. It's about us. You and me together as one. Get the fuck out of here. He does. And all day long, he's like, hey, you want to go in the bedroom? Let's go do it.
I mean, it's a game of statistics, right? It's like...
Longhorn said he hasn't gotten his once for the month. Always looks mad, too, when I tell him to smile, and this is what Dan do. It's that, the weird smile. Sometimes I literally look at him, and I'm like... Hold on. TikTok, I got to... Kaiser's calling me. I don't know.
All right.
Hello?
Oh, my God, it's hot here. Patty, I got deodorant. That I can learn, right? All it takes is one time,
They're
and then
just pissed off at me because I haven't done my poop test.
Oh.
We got to do our poop test again.
Yeah.
Dip, dip, dip.
All right.
But I haven't been pooping, so it's like, how do you take a test if you're not pooping? You know what I mean? Dan can never get enough. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, at one point in my mind, like, here's the scenario, you know? I was thinking in my head, because I knew he wanted sex this morning, and I got everything situated. We got his dad up, and I said, you take care of that. I'll go, and I'll get the stuff, you know, everything settled. And he's like, all right. And then he comes out, and he's trying to take over and, like, rush it. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, just get in the room, you know? I was like, let me just do this. I'll get it. And he's like, okay, get yourself in the room. Like he wants me to wait for him naked on the bed or something. So I used that opportunity to make the bed, right? And I was thinking to myself, you know, if I were Dan, what I would do in this scenario, right?
What would you do?
I'm going to tell you. So luckily the bed was already made by the time he got in the room. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But normally he comes in and I'm in the middle of making the bed and he's like, you know, jarring me from behind and trying to throw me down and do whatever that stuff is. And so normally I was envisioning him doing that, but it took longer. So I was able to make the bed. So it worked out fine. But in my head, in my scenario, I'm like, okay, this is what I would do. Knowing my wife's, just knowing my wife.
All right.
Knowing my wife.
I got it.
After 8 years, and he knows.
What would you?
I would come in the room and I'd be like, hey, baby, I'm going to take you as soon as you make that fucking bed. You get it ready. I'm going to lock this door and get naked and be ready for you. And then, like, allow me to finish and giggle, because I like the giggle before the sex. Don't piss me off. And then when I'm in the middle of something and he wants to, like, throws me down on the bed, it just pisses me off, because I'm like, you should know by...
What? So
Listen,
I just
hold
say,
on,
oh,
let me
baby,
finish.
I'm going to lock the door?
So
I'm telling you what I have to
hate
do.
to be interrupted because my OCD in the middle of doing a task. I'm not spontaneous like that. if I'm in the middle of a task, right? A task, let me finish, right? And then after I finish,
It's
be
taken
like,
a long time to get to what I need to do to get sex.
exactly.
So go ahead and skip
The
to the
point.
end.
That's the point.
Skip to the end.
That's the point.
What
So
do I
it's
need to
because
do?
he wants it now.
No, I just want to know what to do. You
So
said
I
I'm
just
going to
say,
tell you what to do.
let me finish my task.
Okay, so that's fine. And
Yeah.
I did today
You
because
did.
I
It
was
took
taking
longer,
care of Grandpa.
so it was
Yeah.
fine. So then it
I had
wasn't
to
an
get him
issue.
up.
But you noticed I was fine and I was fun before after that happened because I got my little thing that I wanted to get done. Right? You noticed my behavior during that time. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. Let me finish.
It was good.
But I was in a joyful mood, is what I'm saying.
You were
I
in a
wasn't
joyful
bitchy.
mood.
So that's what I'm saying. If you allow me to finish my task, right? If I was say I was still making the bed.
I think I got it.
Say I was still
I got
making
it.
the bed.
I get it.
You come in, you lock the door. I'm gonna giggle most likely because I know what you want.
I go sit on
and
the
then
chair
you
and
just
wait.
or you get naked and just wait for me at the other side of the
I
bed.
I can do that.
And let me finish and say, baby, when you're done with that bed.
I'm going to try that tomorrow, and I'll report how it goes. I mean, the only problem with that is, I really never know what I'm going to get in the morning.
Well, you're right.
I really don't know what Danielle's going to wake up.
And another thing.
Sometimes
women,
if it's a good Danielle.
Here's another thing. Don't say, how's your mood today?
I would never say that.
No, you did.
I don't have to. I know immediately.
Yeah, and then he'll be like, oh, I can tell what mood that is.
Well,
and then he walks
when I come
away.
in and you give me a look and the first thing you say is...
That's the trigger, right? You never tell a woman, oh, what mood do you have today? And then when you look at him, that's already put me in a mood. I'm already at that point like, that hurt. I've already put myself in that, like, fuck you phase. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing anything for you, Never, ever, ever, men, ever question your wife's mood. And you let them, if they're in the middle of doing dishes, don't come up and to me and be like, hey, baby, what are you doing? You say, hey, baby, if you have a moment, I would love to fuck you. Something like that. You don't say, hey, baby, what are you doing? No, what woman likes that? You see what the fuck I'm doing.
Kathy likes it. Oh, no, she doesn't. I'm a teenager, selfish, impatient, and
you are
insatiable, unsatisfied. Or never satisfied.
You're never satisfied. He always wants more.
I mean, that's like going, hey.
Yes, the questions put you
I went
in
to a fucking buffet last night and I ate my fill.
No,
Does that mean tomorrow I don't want to eat again?
No, but you don't need to eat anymore throughout the day.
I'd eat all day long.
Honey, you are irresponsible and I'm going to bend you over. Well, yeah.
What's that?
No,
I like
you
that
say,
one.
Baby, you're being, or you're, whatever. But
You're being a bad girl?
Don't come up to me, like this. You know how men do? And you're doing the dishes, and they're like, what are you doing? You know what they're mean, but what the hell, that pisses me off. Don't say, what am I doing? I'm immediately triggered. Immediately, I'm fucking triggered. I'm like, what do you fucking think I'm doing? I'm on the fucking beach with the margarita. It's like, oh, so you didn't have to respond like that. Well, don't ask me a stupid fucking question. You see what I'm doing. Well, yeah, you're irresistible. That's what I mean. I knew what you meant, Pappy. Pappy said, you just come up and be like, baby, you're irresistible.
I say that all the time.
And I'm gonna
if I walk in and go,
listen.
This is all honest.
Listen.
Okay.
And when you are done with your task, I'm going to take you into the other room, and you're going to get whatever you're going to. You'll be like, I'm either going to reply and go, all right, baby, it's on.
Yeah, right.
Or I'm going to say,
you never reply like
give
that.
me a minute.
So
I did this morning.
This is the reality.
I did this morning. I said, yes, baby, let's go.
That was later. But if I walked in the morning and I said, you are the most beautiful thing I have ever seen.
I know
Just like that.
That's code for
she
sex.
would turn around and go, shut up. Or, what do you want? She's lying right now.
Or how about,
if I walk in and compliment her.
Just thinking said, how about you say, baby, let me help you wash those dishes. Instead of saying, what are you doing? Women don't like that shit.
And here's another reality. Listen, guys.
Oh,
I've washed
okay,
dishes in the past.
You're pissing me off. Guy,
she doesn't like the way I do it.
No, you don't wash any dishes.
You don't like the way
you
I
don't
do
anything. That's why. If you did something, it would be great.
Do the dishes.
If you want sex, you need to do something.
When's the last time you had a kitchen chronicle?
Every day. But
it's
so, yes, there's forks and there's fucking sticky honey everywhere. Did you eat honey?
Oh, I made a sandwich.
Yes, you did. They're still there. It's not perfect. I'll take what you did, but there were about 5 chips I stepped on along the way. Barbecue.
Those fucking chips do fall out of your hand at times. You're beautiful. You're beautiful for sure.
Hey, boo. It's painful to hear and watch. Ew. Well, why are you watching them? There's no need to make an announcement. You're free to leave. You're triggered by my relationship? Don't be. It's not yours. It's mine.
And all the cabbage is gone.
No, it's not.
No, I mean,
I dumped it in there. That's what's left that I don't have space for. Oh, you mean there? Yes, I think some sort of animal came because they dragged
this morning?
and somebody pissed right there where you're stepping, so I just cleaned it off. They pissed all over that, so that's why I had to.
You gotta put the water over here. Dude.
Dan, I know. I'm letting it dry because somebody peed over there, and I was cleaning it up.
Why would they pee near their food?
I'm doing wait. Yeah. Hi, Heather. I'm glad. That's the point. Heather, that's my point when people are like, God, I'm laughing so hard I can't. Stop it right for you two. That is the point of this, is to make fun of our marriage, to have fun with it. We are just like anybody else with our ups and downs, our irritations, our annoyances. And this is what we do. You know what I mean? This is our life. And how many of you are triggered because it's your relationship too? And those men, they're all typical, right? They all say the same fucking shit. What are you doing? What are you doing? When it's completely obvious what I'm doing. Say what you mean. Say what you mean.
Who are you talking to?
Everybody. You and them.
What are you doing here?
Say what you mean, baby. Don't say and ask an obvious question. That's like me walking in your chair as you're on the, what are you doing? You probably like that, but I don't. Listen, Linda. Oh, good. Get all the hot dog carts. I hate that guy. I hate that fucking guy.
I like hot dogs. Like a cart hot dog?
Oh my God.
Or a Costco
They're
hot dog?
so predictable. And so it sounds like home when we are very happy. Chrissy's like, it sounds normal to me. 23 years. Yes. I speak my truth, right? I can only speak my truth.
These are different, by the way, than our night lives, right?
His truth may be different than mine, but it's my truth, right? This is what I feel, how I interpret things. This is my way. He may have a completely different interpretation, which is true, but this is my show, so it's my way. There you have it. I got a cake, balloons, golfing. I know, the Polish Prince is 60. I saw that. Happy birthday to the Polish Prince. You're not alone. No. Thank you. I bought this back. Was it the tornadoes? I think it was the tornadoes when they whipped through downtown.
I'm always happy. I'm just tired. I've got insomniatic cycle right now. It's killing me.
Because he's had fucking sex 5 days in a row. Who wouldn't be happy?
No, I have got insomnia. I'm not just tired. I'm tired. I don't sleep.
I know, but you have sex, and that's life.
That's fine.
It gives him some oxygen to breathe throughout the day.
It does takes one anxiety away. When I'm fighting with Danielle, not what you see online, but when we're fighting in real life, that's a big stress. Or when she's going off the rocker, which happens a lot, and then when she's off the fucking rocker, I'm on eggshells.
That's what you don't say.
No, I mean, what do you mean? When you like yesterday, you just said they won. So days like yesterday, if you're walking around at that level, I'm not immune from it. If you get angry at the trolls, I sometimes
am the recipient
of that.
what my stress was.
I didn't even know you were stressed.
I know, because I kept it.
I did not know.
I know, because I kept it from you.
And in a way, I appreciate that, because you didn't stress me out yesterday.
Right.
Except when I went to errands, that was kind of uncalled
Well, that pisses me off.
Right, but you need to just go, whatever.
No,
it's not like I'm happy about it.
The only reason why I'm pissed off at that is because I'm trying to teach him what he needs to do to remain in my loft. And when he ignores me, and I sent him that new text,
he didn't ignore you. He doesn't know what the fuck to do.
It doesn't matter. He needs to take the initiative to
I told
learn.
him that, too.
And
did he text you?
No.
He said he did.
Well, he texted me and he said, I don't really know what to do. I said, well, you're going to have to figure it out.
There you go. That's what I see. That's what he said to me. I said, well, you need to text her.
He only did it because you said Danielle said.
Because he needs to learn that stuff.
So that's what I'm trying to teach him. Dan's just giving him things to teach him and to keep him out of trouble. I'm wanting him to be...
I mean...
Yes.
Bare minimum.
It doesn't matter. You're still enabling him. So I'm trying to give him... Hi, Mary.
Hello, Mary.
I'm trying to teach him...
I'm excited. I didn't know we had... Yes!
You didn't know?
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
I told Mary to come today and tomorrow.
Oh, my God. What a godsend.
Yesterday was difficult because we were both... and I was yelling at him because I needed to go somewhere. He was gone, and then he would leave again, and I was out here doing sprinklers, and I was like, ah!
I didn't know any of that.
I should have called him.
Mary, that was we survived for 4 years without anybody. So
And now we love it. Now we're like, shit. Can we get this every day?
well, you guys let me know.
But yeah, no. And Dan, we argue about that because I want to teach him what he should be doing to stay in my loft, right? He's in my loft. So he needs to take responsibility because his electricity and his water is tacked onto my tenants. And it's not fair to keep my tenants. And I'm not paying for this shit. So he needs to figure it out. And so Dan's catering to him and bringing him shit at the drop of a hat. Dan won't even leave and do anything like that for me. But Aaron, he runs to, right? Gives him whatever he wants. And I'm pissed at him because I said, here I am trying to get paid for electricity so that way my tenants can pay the bill. And nobody's trying to find anything out for me. I've texted Carrie, right? I don't have Jay's number. Dan won't give it to me. And Aaron. And nobody still has figured out this stuff. And I'm like, this is something that you have to teach him. If you want to help him, right, with the way he does, get him responsible for everything else. Find out how there's meters. Your stepfather paid thousands of dollars to have this set up. There is meters on the water and your electricity. Figure it out. That's how you need to pay. That's how you need to teach him responsibility. Stop bringing him things. Stop buying him things and bringing them to him because you think that's helping him. Helping him is teaching him the basic necessities to live in our loft and pay for his fucking stay, right? That's it. But no, and that's what I get angry at because here I am still trying to get paid for electricity, right? That I'm going to have to cover because I don't want my tenants to do it. And what the hell? He's just sitting up there just twiddling his thumbs or whacking off in that loft that I'm giving him and taking no accountability for being in there. So if you want him to be in there, or I'm telling Carrie he needs to leave, he needs to take responsibility for his shit. Because eventually he's going to be paying me or paying the tenants money for his electricity. He's going to have to figure it out. And that's why I get mad at Dan. Capiche? Simple, right? And so that's what my bare minimum is. And my bare minimum, Dan doesn't want to talk to his sister. Dan doesn't want to talk to Jay because he doesn't want to stress Jay out. Dan's theory is we'll pay for it. What? No, I'm not paying for this shit. I'm not paying for Aaron. We're giving him a place to stay.
Here, tomorrow, she's coming at 11, so we'll do our date night at 11. We'll make it a date lunch and day drinking. Tomorrow.
And then we can do a live tomorrow night.
I mean, if we're day drinking, it'll be tough to do a live, or we could not drink, but we can. Yeah, we could do a live tomorrow, like a date live.
So anyway, that's what my issue is with Aaron, is the fact that you're teaching him the wrong things. You need to teach him how to take care of the loft
again
and provide. Go.
Listen, he needs to get.
If you're going to get angry.
I mean, I'm not going to get. I mean, you can't sit there and go, "Yep, this is what I do." Now, when I start to talk, go. That you're feeding into what you do to trolls, right? You got to let people express themselves. My situation with Aaron is I just pray that the guy fucking makes it.
Right.
I mean, I just want him to make it. He's not going to make it overnight. He can't get a job.
But I'm saying enabling him of not teaching him how to pay for his rent, or not his rent, but his electricity.
He needs to get a job to do that, right? That's the only way he can pay is to get a job. I can't teach him how to get a job.
Learn how to manage his water and his electricity.
Okay, what he needs to do is get a job because he can manage. He can manage from here till Kingdom Come. If he's not working, it doesn't matter.
I'm keeping a tally. I'm not just giving him a free ride here.
Absolutely keep a tally.
Because obviously we're covering
absolutely
money.
Keep a tally.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely keep a tally.
So I need him to know and figure that shit out.
That's fine. He needs to get a job.
So you need to be on him about that.
Okay, again, that's there. She does it again.
Because you.
I mean, it's incredible. She talks. Blah blah blah. Okay, bye.
This is my time.
Okay, well then don't come pull me out here and start lecturing me.
I didn't blow you out. You came out on your own.
If you're going to talk to me, you can't
came
push
out on
me
your
out of the way.
And Aaron,
I came out to say.
I said
date night. I came out to talk about date night.
And I was finishing what I was saying to everybody else.
Yeah, and very stressful. All I'm saying is, you know, I don't. It's not like I enjoy helping them and driving over there 3 times a fucking day to do things, and I don't need the extra stress. What are you going over there for? Why are you doing that? Blah, 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 blah. That's just extra stress on top of everything else.
It's going to happen because it's a trigger for me.
Okay, well, so you don't care about me then.
There's nothing else. No, you didn't.
You don't care about my stress level.
You didn't care about me when you invited him to live on our property.
You had the same reaction when I brought my dad in, right? Same reaction.
Different.
No, you did. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. But you did it.
Different.
It's the same thing.
I'm not taking care of your sister's child.
We're not caring for him.
We obviously are. We're paying his rent and we're paying his fucking electricity and his water. You do enough for him. I don't need to be responsible.
That's all I do for him. Give him a place to live.
Not true. I have to give them money for electricity that I don't know how much he pays in. He used. I mean, you think I want to pay and take care of him?
Again, he's got. That's what you get. You get the old.
Your sister said she was.
I got my say in. I'm done.
Your sister said she was going to pay for the first month. And Jay said the same thing.
That's fine. Okay, big deal.
So here I am, the property manager, trying to figure it all out.
All right.
My tenants keep asking, and I have nothing because nobody wants to figure it out. Aaron's like, I don't know what to do. You're like, I'm not going to call Jay. I'll tell my sister eventually when it fits in.
Give me a number, $125.
I don't
What's the number?
know how.
Call 25% of their bill.
Jay paid thousands of dollars to put meters to see what he's using. We need to see what those meter readings are.
Okay, then we can figure out where the meter readings are. But I can tell you, it's about.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, it's not. You make such a big deal over $100. I mean, I'll talk to the tenants and go, hey, he's 20th. We'll pay a third of the bill for the couple. I mean, I don't care. It's not that big of a fucking deal. You know, whether it's 150 or whatever, that's it.
It doesn't matter. You don't think I have stress from the situation? I do.
Okay, but I have stress too, and you complicate mine.
You did this, not me.
Okay,
and now I have to be responsible for all this shit.
I did it, and I would do it again because it's the right thing to do.
It irritates me.
Still the right thing to do.
I do work, thank you, Ryan. It's not just Dan's money.
And if you're
and I put a lot of money into this too. And we pay a lot of bills, and I'm not taking care of another child that's 40 years old. Period. You created this drama with me, and
What do you want me to do? It either be in that room or on the fucking streets.
Well, you know what? If he doesn't get a job, he's 3 months. And if he doesn't do it, he's on the streets.
Yeah.
His mom can figure it out.
Let's keep the stress going.
Paula, don't tell me how to use it. I say Jesus Christ. I say God damn it. I say all those things. It doesn't affect me. They're just words. If that's something that affects you, then you shouldn't be here because I say a lot of things. 40, yeah. That's an argument. Yeah, that's an argument. That is an argument. That's real. Yeah, that's real. That's not fake. You can't fake that. That is a big trigger for both of us, him and me. He's not a child, right? And he needs to have these responsibilities that I think he should be focusing on, not the other things.
I think they're attracted to your scent.
His dad doesn't participate. He's done with him all the time.
Listen, you know, if you
Dan is basically the only one that's caring for him at this point.
My sister.
What is she doing?
Jay paid to have that thing set up. But now, she runs them groceries. She's doing a lot.
But now I can't figure out. You won't let me call Jay to figure out how to read the meters.
It's not about figuring. I mean, I have the program. It's not that difficult. It's just there's a lot of things going on. That's for an ADHD person. That's a very detailed thing.
Give it to Aaron. That's his job to figure it out, not ours. If he's living there, that's what he needs to learn.
Then I'd have to figure it out to teach it to Aaron.
No, he's smart enough, Dan. He can figure it out. He can figure it out. He is given a fucking handout right now. He needs to do everything in his power to prove that he's worthy to be there. Even if he can't pay for it, I want him to do that. That's my boundary for living in there.
Tell him that.
I did.
All right. He'll listen to you. He's not going to...
No, I'll kick him out. I don't care. I'll drag him out by the fucking ear. Like Grandpa used to do.
That's the other thing. Grandpa's taken him in at least twice for fairly long periods of time. I know he lived with them up in Shingle Springs, and Grandpa took him in when he lived down in Del Webb. And, you know, so Grandpa would be there for him. Grandpa's living with me. Grandpa's no longer available.
And I don't think that's bad. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
He needs to prove he's worthy by living in our rental that he doesn't pay rent for, right? He's already, excuse that, he's got to pay attention and learn how to do these life skills. And if he's living there, he needs to learn how to take care of his business.
A gamer. I don't know if he's a gamer. I don't know what the hell he does all day. I mean, I know, that
Coco,
he has
here's the
not
thing.
learned to be responsible.
Coco,
He's been on the street.
and I'm going to text him that today. Coco, here's the issue, is that Dan took responsibility without fully telling me that he was taking full, no, this is my interpretation of taking full responsibility of getting him here. Well, says he can come here. I have a loft that he can live in. You'll have to do the work, not pay rent, but just do the work, get it fixed up, and then he can live there and find a job and be close to family. So he is the one that brought him here.
And that was always that's the house that we're eventually going to live in when we sell this place. It's got low, it's got a much lower, taxes are about 1/10 of what we pay here. And since I, worried about the future, that is a place we can go and live. And so I've always planned, I knew Aaron's was always going to have problems. If he pulls himself out, great. But, that would always be a place for him, or one of my kids. And just so happens we had tenants change. So and Aaron was getting out of his situation, his lockup situation. So it was just the timing.
Look at this. You have more money than Dan because you won a lawsuit. That's what you said. Exposing his business and treating him like trash is not cool. Call me that girl. We're not treating him like trash. I'm not treating him like trash. This is a serious situation. And there was no, he knows what my boundaries were. So he chose to do what he wanted to do. And those are issues. And there's a way to accomplish that and get to what my responsibilities are for that house and what I expect him to do as a 40-year-old living there for free, my expectations. And I don't think it's that out of the norm. I just want him to learn and to be able to compute his usage so I can cover his costs until somebody pays me back, whether it's him or his mother. And I don't care that he goes and runs little things over that are like, whatever, however much he spends. What I care about is what we've done for him in that loft and what's Dan done for him. And I need him to be responsible. And if he's not going to be,
it's going to take him time to fully understand, even and appreciate what's being done for him. When you have that 20 years
again, if I'm covering his costs,
soaking your brain in drugs.
That's not my responsibility. We have our own kids that we're paying a lot of money for and our expenses are really high. I don't want to sit here and shell out $200 a month for Aaron or more, depending, add on whatever
let's keep arguing about the same fucking thing.
No, it pisses me off.
Really fucking helpful.
Well, I'm not ever going to.
Let's get angrier and angrier over it, and let's blow it up and turn it into something that's a fucking nothing burger just because you want to make drama and be angry. If you want to be angry about it, be angry about it.
It's not a nothing burger.
But it's not healthy.
It's not a nothing burger.
The dude's a drug addict living in my place. He's recovering. It's going to take time. He's not a real whole person yet.
Again, I have tenants who are bugging me because they want to.
Again, you keep saying that. I'll go over and give the tenant $150 right now. Will that make you happy? I'll go take it out of my bank and go give it to him.
Now
will that stop the anxiety? Will that stop you from giving me anxiety over this in addition to everything else? I mean, we don't need to add anxiety. I don't care about the $150. That's going to take time to play out. I hope in the end we've done the right thing and he can pull himself out of this hole.
Does his sister know that
that's what I hope.
We are having to cover for him? No, that's what
you just can't get off it.
No, I won't.
All right.
Not with your sister.
Yeah, you will never ever get off.
I will not.
All right. No, keep the stress coming.
Okay. Yes, he protects his sister for some reason. Drives me insane. And that's what the issue is. Yeah. It's not, it's like, what do people think? Like, I'm such a, I must be like an abnormal person because I think about those things. I'm like, what, does anybody wonder who's paying his electricity and his water? Right? Like, what is going on? Like, why isn't anybody asking me how much do I owe you? You know what I mean? Aaron's my family too. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not my family. I've known him since he was a baby, but he's not my family and he's not my responsibility. He's not my responsibility. My husband took on this responsibility, but it's added stress for me. Yeah, his sister should be like, hey, Danielle. I texted her, never got a response. Hey, Danielle, I know I told you I would pay for the first month. What do I owe you? Not the anticipation of us covering it. It's just something's not right there. Something's not right. Yeah. And this is his first month. So he needs to be, I'm not going to tell you what stress I have. It's not none of your business. I've already explained what my stress is. And if you can't process it, that's a you problem, not me. I'm not being selfish, Donna. I'm not being selfish at all. I gave him a fucking house to live in. Is that being selfish? But I do expect him to uphold some responsibilities. So you're saying I should just allow him to be there. Everybody should pay for his bills and let him sit on his ass all day long? No, that's not selfish. What's selfish is him thinking that this was okay before talking to me, right? What's selfish of him is expecting me just to be like, oh, kumbaya, everything's fine. What's selfish of him is for him to expect for us to cover those costs and eventually get to it somehow. What's selfish of him is that and putting this shit on me. What's selfish of him is not understanding the stress I have for him being there on the property that my tenants are on. That's selfish. I have people who pay a lot of money there. And I'm selfish? Okay. Just because you don't like me doesn't mean you can attack me. And you have no right to do that. He needs to learn how to live in that house. He needs to learn how to take care of himself. He needs to get a job 100%, but he also needs to pay attention for the thousands of dollars his stepdad put into there so we can properly meter his water and his electricity. Is that too much to ask somebody? Aaron, you need to figure this out. And every month, you need to give me a tally of your water usage and your smut usage. And figure it out, compute it. What is he doing all day? He can do that. It's not rocket science. It is for me, but he is smart enough to figure that out. Hi, SRJ. SRJ's here. Shh. Because he knew I would say no. He knew I would say no. So 100%, that's not selfish. Selfish is not expecting him to learn life skills in my house that he's living in for free. And at this point, I'm paying for his living partially and his little errands that Dan does. Hi, Oyster. Yeah, I'm not selfish. I don't think I ask too much. It's stressful for me too when my husband is running out a couple times a day for Aaron because Aaron needs something. Or he plugs up the toilet and I have to send my handyman over there to figure it out. And no, it's not dirty laundry. It's not dirty laundry. It's reality. I'm not ashamed of my reality. Why should you be? So he's 40. He's 40. He'll be 41 in October. I'm very reasonable. And he still has not done it. And so I'm pissed off. So I'm going to tell him again today. You need to figure it out. I always get duped by Dan. Trust me. You need to figure it out. You need to call Jay. You need to ask how it works. You need to figure out the wattage. You need to figure out the computation. And every month, you are going to go out there when the bill's here and I say, Smud's here, go figure it out. And I'm going to keep a tally because nobody's paying me. He's going to figure it out. And that's my bare minimum. Yeah. Well, he needs a job. So his mom said she would pay for the first month. Well, what's going to happen for the second month and third month? It's going to fall on us. Is that, I don't see, that's where I struggle. That's where I struggle, because it's like, as a mom, I'd be like, oh, tell me what I owe, Let's do this stuff, but it's just lost in the universe. Yeah, Dan's like, I'll go get my cash and pay him. Well, it doesn't make any difference. It's your cash is my cash. So, yeah. And I believe the same thing. It's why I don't understand why this is money. It shouldn't be our responsibility. She should be thankful that he has a place to live, because he was not going anywhere. There was no way he could have moved into their house. So Dan came up with the idea. Well, there's a loft. Yeah. So what if he doesn't pay me back? Well, then I guess I got duped again. And he's not going to pay me back. He's not going to ever be able to have enough money to pay me back. Because especially if it's 3 months and we're in it for $500, you know, what? Yeah. Yes, that is the problem. And that's really who I'm mad at, is her. Honestly. That's who I'm really mad at. Because she doesn't understand how it affects me, you know? And it's bad. Anyway, okay, I gotta go get my temporary crown fell off. Oh, it's cute, sexy, huh? So my temporary crown fell off, so I gotta have an appointment. Oh, hi, my babies. I think my hummingbirds are back. They're coming to say hi. They know I'm stressed. Hi, Mom. I see you. There's another one too. They're trying to calm me down, I think. Bye. Love you. So anyway. Hi, Catherine. It is what it is. My crown, come see me. Patty, but he doesn't know until he knows, right? So now that I've texted him and I have the right number, he's going to hear it from me. He's going to hate me at the end of the time, but he needs to learn to take accountability, right? When you are given this great opportunity that he's never had, with a free place to stay, and your stepdad paid for the whole revamping of that space, inside to make it livable for him, he needs to understand how blessed he is to have this opportunity, the one and last opportunity. My husband gave it to him. But it's very complicated. Yeah, I know. And who else is, who's jealous? My daughter. She's like, well, why the fuck can I live in there? Not that I would, but Dad would never let me do, whatever. I don't know where the pigeon is, but yeah, I mean, at this point, I was like, why can't Jennifer live in there? I mean, it'll save money, She'll be able to support herself a lot better. So if it doesn't work out with him, at least it's ready. Oh, bon après-midi, mon ami. Grow a heart. Oh, I have one, honey. Grow a brain. So anyway, oh, ostrich, it's fine. It's just, it's a trigger for me. As you can see, it's a huge trigger. That's probably my biggest trigger. Yeah. So, because especially when I have to cover something and pay something, it pisses me off. I can't wait. Do you ever have a stress-free day? No. I don't even know what a stress-free day is. No. No. I have moments. And when you use your my Tennessee voice. Dan does not control the cash. I do. I have all the cash, Italian Prince. Why do you guys say things you have no clue about? Why do you guys think that you know more than I do? Dan has said this over and over again, that I have control of all the money. I literally could take all the cash and run and he would have nothing, right? Because it's pretty much, I know it, Trish, but I didn't have that choice. No, we don't validate because it's the internet. We don't validate ugly here. Just because I put myself on the internet or anybody else doesn't mean it gives people the right to bully and harass people. We've already established that. Don't validate social media. Don't validate the ugly. I have never worked a day in my life. Another false narrative. Ryan, you should learn more before you throw out ugly things. Fact check. Yeah, fact check. I am from Tennessee. I was conceived and born in Tennessee. Yep. You bully everyone in Dan's family, including him. Oh, that's funny. Hi, Nikki. How are you, girl? That's what keeps my, yeah. Well, I have peaks and valleys in my fibro. Mary, it's just beginning, right? So I'm learning what peaks it. Really, ultimately, it's not this stuff. The stupid idiots here don't get me. It's just that they think they have some control over me. They really don't. The Reddit bullshit is just ugly because they dig below. They try to get me in different ways. But the stupid idiots on here, they don't bother me. That's not what stress is. This isn't stress. This isn't stress. What stress is family. What you saw here with Aaron and me and Dan, right? Because that's why we called him the tornado, because he invades every aspect of everybody's life. Yeah, seriously, the stupid TikTok people, and the idiots give me money. No, they don't. No, they don't. Not on every platform. The idiots don't help in every ways. Like TikTok, the idiots help, right, with your views. And they pay you for it. But the other ones, it doesn't work as easily as that. So look at my Facebook page. They're full of idiots. I get paid out from Meta like $5 is my biggest payout from Meta. Wow. God, I'm making big money, right? Why let so little cash stress me out? It's the principle of the cash. And because if you see my monthly nut with taking care of my 3 kids, I don't need to be taking care of a 40-year-old man. Period. So no, and when they try to like hit me on here thinking they know my bank account, who makes the money, who's made the money, it's just ridiculous. It's like, how do these people have that ability to assume or think they know what my financials are like, you know? Or who makes the money or who's made the money or whatever. It's just completely ridiculous. Yeah, Reddit. I don't go to Reddit. No. I don't take any shit, Tracy. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to tell my aunt the same thing. She's a little bit older than me. She turned 62, so we're 10 years apart. And it just she's getting better, but it's the same thing. It's like I'm done with being railroaded and people thinking that they can communicate with me in every fucking way they choose to be. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with people being allowed to bully people online. I don't agree with that. People die every day because of people like them. So, yes, he's trying to get a job, Donna. He's trying to get a job. But you can't, I mean, who knows how hard he's trying? He doesn't have a car, right? So he can't get anywhere. So he's online applying. And, that's what it is. So I'm a rude person. No, Cindy, you are, for coming on my feed and calling me a rude person. You understand how that works? I'm talking mad shit and bullying Aaron. I'm bullying Aaron. Okay. I'm bullying Aaron. I don't know, Mary. It's crazy. Why don't you have a mow your lawn? I know. Well, Dan said that. He goes, why don't you get him to do things around the house? Because there's nothing that he could really do around the house. Could he clean? I don't know if he could clean. But I don't really have anything. He could have helped with the office, but it's hard when you know what to do with things and you have to sit and explain. It's just would have been difficult. So yeah, you want to be my pool boy? I need that. Yeah. And speaking of pool boy, it's Thursday and I still don't have my machine back, my pool thing. So anyway, I love SRJ, so leave her alone if anybody's bullying her. She says things like it is, and we've had our little, we just have our way to giggle and do the things. My yard work's already done, and like, it's hard to be like, okay, I want this way and this that way and this way and, do this and do that. I mean, I guess I could have him like go in and do like shit jobs, like, weed whack but I don't have a gas. I don't know. don't. I know you're here. I know you're listening. I know you're working. And it's Thursday. Yeah. Is it a week now? I don't know. Anyway, okay. Here's the thing. I am a badass, and I know that. And and I stand my ground and I don't back down, as you can see with my husband. It's not my responsibility, right? It's his, right? But it becomes my responsibility because of the tenants and they combine. I knew this was going to happen, right? The issues of getting paid and all this bullshit. So it's the combined bullshit that I knew I was going to have to deal with. So it does affect me, right? It does affect me. And so it's shitty because nobody sees that it also affects me in the long run. But it's okay because it's just Danielle and she's always brushed aside in this family. That's how it really is. Yeah. So I don't bully their family. In a way, you could say they bully me. I mean, honestly, silently bully me. But it's literally like just being unaware because Salingers are typically unaware. Anyway.
Damn your dog.
Anyway, I gotta go. The dog's out. Good old Dan. All right. Love you guys. See you members later. I don't have time to get her because I have to leave.
All right.